In the main event of UFC Fight 103, BJ Penn will be making his long-awaited comeback as he will be facing rising featherweight prospect Yair Rodriguez. Yair Rodriguez last defeated Alex Caceres by a split decision at UFC Fight 992. He is 5-0 in the UFC and has looked amazing inside the octagon. BJ Penn last lost to Frankie Edgar by TKO in the third round at the Ultimate Fighter 19 finale in 2014. After the fight, he retired from the sport, but only recently made the plan to make a comeback. When breaking this fight down, the experience advantage definitely goes to BJ Penn, as he has faced the best fighters in the world and has won titles in both the UFC welterweight and lightweight divisions. But the real question is, which BJ Penn will show up? We just don't know. He also hasn't competed in 4 years, where ring rest may be a massive issue. He has seemed to be very focused, as he has made the move to Jackson Wink, where a lot of the most recognizable names in the sport train at, and he has been seen training very seriously at their gym. As for his opponent, Yair Rodriguez is known for his unpredictable wild fighting style, throwing a number of different kicks during his fights. He most notably knocked out Andrew Philly by a flying head kick at UFC Fight 996. He is a rising featherweight prospect and has looked better every time he has stepped inside the octagon. BJ Penn is 38 years old with a 4-fight losing streak and hasn't won a fight since 2010. It is very difficult to pick him over Yair Rodriguez, who has looked spectacular in his UFC career. I believe his unpredictability will frustrate BJ Penn, and his unorthodox striking will definitely be an issue in the fight. I believe Yair Rodriguez will win the fight by TKO in the second round. In the co-main event, submission specialists Joe Lauzon and Marcin Held will face each other in a lightweight bout. Joe Lauzon last lost to Jim Miller by a split decision at UFC on Fox 21, and Marcin Held last lost to Diego Sanchez by a unanimous decision at UFC Fight 998. When breaking this fight down, both fighters are experts at pulling off submissions, and both fighters have very similar fighting styles. Joe Lauzon likes to be patient when striking and is willing to take damage to counter-punch his opponent. Marcin Held likes to put pressure on his opponents, throwing heavy strikes from the get-go. This is a very tough pick. Both fighters can win this fight, but I believe Joe Lauzon will win due to his overall game and experience, and I believe he will win this fight by submission in the second round. For the rest of the main card, Court McGee will face Ben Saunders in a welterweight bout. Court McGee last defeated Dominic Steele by a unanimous decision at UFC Fight 992. Ben Saunders is making his UFC return after defeating Jacob Volkman by an armbar at Fight Night at the Island. When breaking this fight down, Court McGee likes to use his wrestling to smother his opponents, and Ben Saunders has great submission skills off his back. I believe Ben Saunders will try his best to threaten submissions wherever the fight goes, and I believe he will win the fight by a unanimous decision. John Moraga will face Sergio Pettis in a flyweight bout. John Moraga last lost to Mateus Nicolau by a split decision and is currently on a 2-fight losing streak. Sergio Pettis last defeated Chris Kalidis by a unanimous decision at UFC 197. Sergio Pettis likes to push the pace and throw a lot of volume strikes. John Moraga likes to strike and likes to use his high-level wrestling to control his opponents on the ground. Both fighters have a well-rounded game, but I believe John Moraga will take control of the fight with his high-level wrestling to win the fight by a unanimous decision. Here are my picks for the prelims. Let me know your picks in the comment section below. Thank you.